Rigoberto Sanchez set to kick off.
The punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, has it teed up and ready to go. And off we go on Thursday night prime time. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. Bringing them out to 4th overall pick in 2023 out of Florida. A super athlete at quarterback, Anthony Richardson.
I don't think it's hyperbole to say that when Anthony Richardson came out of the draft out of Florida, he was the greatest all-around athlete we'd ever seen at quarterback. 240 pounds, running 4.4, jumping 40 inches. He was the envy of defensive ends and linebackers that couldn't put up those numbers. Now, it's taken all those athletic traits and squeezing them into the quarterback position, maximizing all that physical talent to become the superstar he can be.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Bengals take over after returning it inside the red zone.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
How quickly things can change, huh? From kickoff to now, already looking at an entirely different picture, Brock. They get the interception, and they're going to take over in perfect position to score our first points.
You know, we talk about scripting for offense all the time, but flip it around. That could not be a better script for this defense, not just to get a stop, but to take the ball away and now set your offense up for success.
So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. And leading them out, one of the league's longest tenured quarterbacks.
He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when he takes the field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite at the game's most important position, and it really is a spectacle, Kate, anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make.
He rolls to his right. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Coming in the goal line. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals parlay the interception into points. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Zach Taylor sends in the call. They're going for 2.
The Bengals.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And this is going to be cut in the end zone. Love the aggressiveness here. They're already up 8-zip.
Bengals 8, Seahawks nothing. Rigoberto Sanchez set to kick off.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. So Seattle retakes the field for their 2nd series. And they got off on the wrong foot here with that opening drive interception that led to points the other way.
Yeah, and what this defense has shown is they are going to capitalize on your mistakes, and not just a little, but by a lot. So from here on out, you better play some mistake-free football because this defense is hunting for more.
It's rocked. That ball's free. Now the Bengals have it. And he's going to return this to the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals grow their lead to 14-0. Like a freight train leaving the station after scooping up that fumble. Oh, he got moving on his way to the end zone, Brock. Nice hustle from the big man.
Is there anything more fun than seeing these big old human beings get their chance to get on the scoreboard? You see how it just ignites everybody.
Zach Taylor sends in the call. They're going for 2.
The Bengals will line up.
They're going to throw now, following the turnover. On the move, headed right. And they've got it, caught in the end zone, and now the lead is 16-0. Well, they really have this defense on its heels, Brock. Still the opening half, but a couple of touchdowns now, and a perfect 2 for 2 on 2-point tries.
Yeah, this defense, they're picking up the scraps. They're not doing anything well. This offense, though, they sure are. Scoring touchdowns and then 2-point conversions to top it off. You know, part of the reason you don't see this a lot, Kate, is you only have so many 2-point plays in the arsenal, and they're using them here very early.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Seahawks and Kenneth Gainwell ready for their next possession. And Brock, these guys are still searching. They are still searching for their first points, but beyond that, they don't even have a first down yet.
Not even one?
No, they're still searching. I know. First down throw here from Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play. Things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on second down. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. And that's a live football. It is bouncing near the goal line. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And from where that fumble came, Brock, zero chance they were going to turn a profit on that play, right? But at least they did get it back.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
Well, they got the football back, Brock, but things don't look much better. It's 3rd and long.
Come on.
Richardson from his own end zone. Throw left side, complete. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation. And precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Takes it in at the 26. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return.
Seahawks 47-yard line.
The Bengals all set to go for their second drive. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I'd expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much, those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
It's caught by Elijah Arroyo. And he is going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals swell their first quarter by 6. 2 minutes in, Brock, and they've already got 2 touchdowns up on that scoreboard.
Okay, even by the standard the elite offense set every season, this is some incredibly fast-paced scoring to begin a game. They got off the bus ready to roll, full speed from the start.
Zach Taylor sends in the call. They're going for 2.
The Bengals will line up for
Back to throw. Escapes the pocket. And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for 2, but it doesn't work out. Well, what's the old saying, partner? You can't win them all. 3rd go and a 2-point conversion in this game, and that's only the first time they did not end up in the end zone.
I know we're seeing a boom in this aggressiveness and analytics, but I will tell you, Kate, there's only so many plays. I mean, I guess you're going to see more coordinators and coaches spend off seasons adding more and more and more plays, but you only get so many reps during practice, and I am curious how many more 2-point shots they've got on that script.
He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. And they're still looking for their first signs of life on offense. Haven't even been able to get a first down off this defense just yet.
Ready, set.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, and really create some indecision now defensively.
Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become...
Oh, Richardson fumbled it, and the Bengals get to it.
You know, Kate, we talk about these wide receivers all the time and their incredible body control, but I'll say this, these pass rushers in this day and age, the body control they have to get home on these sacks, but more importantly, to create these strip sacks, is so hard to do, and that is a master's class in how to take the ball away. Well done.
Out comes the offense for the Bengals. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Shut up. Back to 60. Back to...
Throwing from the gun. Headed out right. He's got it at the 5. He's got a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals grow their lead off the turnover. And we haven't even reached the end of 1, and already that's the 3rd time that he's thrown them into the end zone. It's hard to think of a better start he could be having than this. Zach Taylor sends in the call. They're going for 2.
The Bengals will line up.
Look to throw. Buys time, rolling right. And he's got it. They certainly weren't hurting for points, but hey, why not add 2 more onto the massive lead they've got?
Roberto Sanchez set to kick off.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Seahawk offense taking the field now. And this drive, they need to come up with some type of answer because, well, Brock, we can almost hear those engines starting to gear up. They might have a boat race coming.
Yeah, I think everybody in the building can feel it. This has been so momentous one way, and as a competitor, you have got to stop that slide.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Throwing now, Richardson. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. Attacking the screen. Look at this defense, getting him down behind the line.
Taken down back at the 18-yard line.
That's the end of one. 3 more to go here on Thursday Night Primetime. A whole lot to nothing is our score. More Madden Ultimate Team action coming up on EA Sports. About set for the second quarter. Seahawks football here. They're looking at third and very long. Here he goes, third and long. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And he's taken down, but before that offense comes out, they may want to wait a second. We've got a flag down, and it is in the backfield. So as it tends to do, roughing the passer comes at the worst time possible for this defense. That interception goes away.
Yeah, and that is such a lonely place as you finally hit the quarterback, but you look next to you, you see the penalty flag, and you know right away. And then to see your buddy on the other end get a pick nullified, that's a lose-lose situation.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
To throw, Richardson. Completed over the middle. And no first down here. He's up to the 42-yard line. Another half yard, and he'd have had it. Third and lone yard coming up. Richardson on the sneak. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. Fourth down coming up.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Sam Martin not again now to punt it away. Baby, there's way too much behind that kick, and he knew it. That's all the way over the end zone for a touchback. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
70 Lions.
Rolling from the gun here. Pass brought in by Tanaroa McMillan. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. It's a massive 35-yard pickup. First down.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
Following that last play, want to keep that pedal down. 1st and 10 from the 45. Now looking to throw. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Jackson Smith-Njigba with a touchdown. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a second half to match this one. Zach Taylor sends in the call. They're going for two.
The Bengals will
In the air here.
two-point conversion.
And that's caught. Great call. Even if the points weren't needed, the lead swells by another two.
Bengals 38, Seahawks nothing. Rigoberto Sanchez set to kick off.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Holmes now to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10.
The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. And coming off a 3-and-out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got first and 10. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Low left side, cut by Bryant. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
In the shotgun, it's Richardson. Oh no, he lost control of another one. And the Bengals get to it.
You know, Kate, defenders today are taught, don't just go get the sack. Go get the sack and the fumble. It's become an art form. Making that strip sack, and that play was a masterpiece.
So now here comes the Bengals on offense. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Check out.
They'll throw to start the drive. Rolling left, buying some time. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Jackson Smith and Jigba with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Well, they certainly wasted no time in making that turnover hurt even more. They looked to the end zone on the very first play, Brock, and they connected.
You know, Kate, I love it. It was an ambush to begin the drive. They attacked that end zone against a defense who was out there on short notice and not ready for that sudden change they talk about.
Zach Taylor sends in the call. They're going for two.
The Bengals will line up for
Pass
the
play now.
two-point conversion.
And he's got it. They certainly weren't hurting for points, but hey, why not add two more onto the massive lead they've got?
46, Seahawks nothing. Rigoberto Sanchez set to kick off.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Holmes now to return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Seahawk offense ready to get going once again. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. On first down, it's Richardson. He loses it again. And now the Bengals have it. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
Well, you can just see the QB scanning, can't you? He's moving, he's looking downfield, but everything covered up on the back end. That second and third level defenders did their job, and what did it do? Well, it freed that pass rush up to strip the ball away from the QB.
The Bengal offense getting the football late in the first half. And I get the feeling, Brock, an already substantial lead is about to grow yet again as they take over here with first and goal.
On the ready.
A chance to pay off their defense's effort as they start out 1st and goal.
Let's go now. Get up.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. Flush out to his left. Looking touchdown here, but they cannot connect. So that's going to send them back to the line for 2nd and goal. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Jackson Smith-Njigba with a touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. And that is his 3rd touchdown catch. Certainly enough to call this a very good game for him. And we're still in the opening half, so what else might he accomplish before we're done here? Jason Sanders to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals grow their lead yet again.
Bengals 53, Seahawks nothing. Rigoberto Sanchez set to kick off.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Holmes now to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Seahawks are going to take over late in the half. And we'll see if they try to establish some positive momentum here, or if they just choose to head off and lick those wounds. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Gainwell trying the right side. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
On the stop.
19 target, 19.
Now Richardson to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends them backwards ahead of 3rd down.
Goodness gracious, this quarterback is taking an absolute beating in this 1st half, and you better have some ice for him ready at halftime. I'll tell you this, Kate, it has been a brutal couple quarters, and if you don't start protecting the quarterback, this guy may not make it and even finish this game.
Well, last play didn't work out too well. Looks like they're going ground game now. And he could not break beyond the line, so that's how our half's going to end.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen here, and you never know what you're going to get in the NFL. Sometimes it goes down to the wire. Other times, it's blowout city, like what this game is shaping up to be. But hey, anything can happen, so let's go to the 2nd half. Send it back out to our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Mevis ready to send this one away. He fields it from the 8. Finds some space. He's past the 30. I don't know if they're going to get to him. He took it all the way. Touchdown. Oh, baby, what a return. Everything has been working for them, Brock. One of their best games all around in a long while. And now that includes special teams as those guys take it to the house.
This just a good old-fashioned game of add-on, and he never gave his offense a shot. He wanted to do it himself, making sure the special teams got their chance to play a little add-on.
The Bengals will line up for the 2-point.
They're going to try and throw it here. And that's caught. Great call. Even if the points weren't needed, the lead swells by another 2. Wow, seems like they are ready to put this game to rest already, partner. A huge kick return to begin the half. And then they dial up the call for 2 and extend their lead.
And you know this, Kate, we talk about it all the time. As much as I love scheme, right, the execution of it, Gosh, I love the mental gymnastics now you force your opponent into. Right, just the psychology of that we're not going to rest. We're going to keep coming, and we're going to keep coming, and we're going to keep coming. And what a start to the second half.
What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. Here's a return from the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Seahawks sending their offense out to begin the third quarter. And the turnovers have not helped as they find this game out of reach at the moment here in the third. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Bronco switch. Bronco
Out of the
switch.
shotgun, they'll give it to him behind the line. He lost that football. But it looks like someone from the Seahawks got on top of it, and they'll get it back. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Trouble brewing, and the Bengals bring him down. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
And it's third down.
Here we go. Set.
They're in long for him here. And once complete, it's Bryant outright. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Seahawks bringing out the punt team. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He's got it at the 24. Through the 45. Still running. And he rips this all the way to the red zone. Excellent return.
On the Seahawks 15-yard line.
The Cincinnati offense headed out now. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Airing it out to start this drive. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals push their lead further to start the half. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba with a touchdown. A fourth for him in this game, and one more ties the record. From Sid Luckman in 1943 to Drew Brees in 2015. We've had 8 quarterbacks throw 7 touchdowns in one game, and now we have a 9th who's accomplished that feat as his dominance over this defense continues. Zach Taylor sends in the call. They're going for 2.
The Bengals will line up.
Dropping back to throw. Escapes out to the left. And he's got it. They certainly weren't hurt for points, but hey, why not add 2 more onto the massive lead they've got?
Seahawks, nothing. Rigoberto Sanchez set to kick off.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Seahawks offense running out now. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Here's a give inside to Gainwell. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3.
Cougar 19. Ready?
They stick with Gainwell. And 2nd down only works out for a yard.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He's going to run for it. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. That chunk with a nice 21 yards. And that gives the Seahawks the first. Play action, it's Richardson. He's running with it. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line.
Dude, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass, it was a scramble. But Annette's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Staying between the tackles with Gainwell. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
First down, Seattle.
So we've hit the end of this 3rd quarter for this Thursday night primetime game. It's the Seahawks who have possession. They've got a lot of work to do, Brock. They are in a massive hole.
Ready?
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. The tight end in motion now.
Bronco 80.
Richardson on 1st and 10. That's to his running back, Kenneth Gainwell. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Here we go.
Here's Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. And that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Got it. Ready?
Down by Nolan Smith. It's 3rd down.
Come on, come on. Hit.
3rd and
Air it out on 3rd. Well, he laid out for it, but the throw just a little bit too off the mark. So 4th down coming up.
incomplete.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
So here's Harrison Mevis, ready for the field goal try. He's got to drive this 37 yards down the middle. Mevis able to knock it through. And finally in this 4th quarter, Brock, they're able to get something up on that scoreboard.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
Mevis ready to send this one away. He'll take this at the 10. Jukes away from one. Jukes another one. Past midfield, and he's got space. It's a foot race. Touchdown! They return the kick all the way to the house. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
Bengals offense lined up. They're going for two again.
The Bengals will line up.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And that one's caught. Add a couple more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the fourth.
Seahawks 3. Rigoberto Sanchez set to kick off.
After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Holmes now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
First and 10.
Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. And the turnovers, Brock, a big reason they have played themselves out of this one. Hopefully they can keep it clean here, if nothing else.
Yeah, well, this drive isn't pertinent to this game maybe anymore, Kate. This drive is for next week. They just want something positive here to end the game and carry forward into the practices ahead.
First down throw here from Richardson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So second down coming up.
24-yard line.
Back to the air. It's Richardson. Oh, what a hit! Jars the ball loose. Now the Bengals have it. They had a nice chunk after that recovery, and they're going to take over inside the red zone. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes first and 10.
Here we go, set.
They're going to pass it here. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
No luck on first down. Here's second and 10. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Bengals throwing 6 more on the blowout. Jackson Smith-Njigba with a touchdown. The 5th of the game for him, tying the NFL single-game record. Well, with that score right there, Brock, he has reached one of the pinnacles of playing quarterback here in the NFL. The most touchdown passes in a single game.
And I can promise you, after this game, he's going to do... I remember Peyton and Marvin having a back and forth after breaking a record. Neither of them wanted the ball because they knew it took all of them. And I promise you, after the game at the podium, he'll say the same thing today. It's his name in the record book, but this is an offensive explosion for a day.
The Bengals will line
He's
up.
going to throw this one. And that one's caught. Add a couple more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the fourth.
Seahawks 3.
Well, partner, they had this one in the bag a long, long time ago. But some people,
You sure?
they're just never able to resist running that score up as high as it can go. And apparently that includes going for 2 more, though.
Yeah, I'm trying to picture some of just the guys that I played with in the past. Those that really respect the game. You know what this does? This feels like you're disrespecting the game. This NFL, these are the best of the best, and this will come around at some point and bite you. You disrespect the game like this, you run it up on an opponent, you better watch your back down the road.
And this drive will start inside the 25. The Seahawk offense taking the field now. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for them. Offense emptying the backfield as they come up here. First and 10.
Ready? 18 cards.
Richardson back to throw. Complete out to the right side. And all he can do is get back to the line on that effort, so no gain on first down.
Yeah, the defense was all over that throw. Able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
It's complete to Johnston, all right. Good job defensively here to contain the pass. This is going to be fourth down. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. As they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up. Punting unit out now. And he's been one of the players of this game. Brings it in at the 12. He dodged the tackle. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. Here come the Bengals to take over once again. They're looking to just hang on to the ball through the finish. Defense has all of its timeouts, but with this game out of reach, a good chance they just let it run. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Getting out to his left. Looking downfield, snagged by Arroyo. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals are running them out of the building. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
So the Bengals going back to the well, trying for two again.
The Bengals will line up.
They're throwing it. And that one's caught. Add a couple more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the fourth. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Holmes now to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. In all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, here's Gainwell. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Ready.
To throw, Richardson. Throw left side, complete. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. There's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Into heavy coverage, and that's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have possession at their own 46.
The Bengals take over to 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
Cincinnati just about set for its next offensive possession. And even with 3 timeouts left on the other sideline, they have this one wrapped up. We'll see if they even use those timeouts. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Trying to throw this from the gun. This is brought in. Big game for Smith and Jigba. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals Bengals continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Jackson Smith-Njigba with a touchdown. His 6th of the game. That's the first NFL player to catch that many in one contest. Wow. Bengals offense lined up. They're going for 2 again.
The Bengals will line up.
They'll throw it. And that one's caught. Add a couple more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the 4th.
Roberto Sanchez set to kick off.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Holmes now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. And all he can do is get back to the line on that effort, so no gain on 1st down. So the Bengals pick up the win in this one. And with the start they had in that 1st quarter, Brock, it is no surprise to see them come away with a victory at the end. They really did all they could to put this out of reach early. That's it for all of us. On behalf of our crew and my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. This has been another edition of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. The Bengals emerge as winners as we say so long from Oakland.